Alright, so I kept chewing on whether or not I was going to do this, but because I really think I want to go in there and light that, I'm going to copy this top. So essentially all I'm doing is making a template to lay over there, and then I'll hot glue that into place through there, right? And then just make a little box for it so that I can just pour the rubber into there. I have the other two ready, that one there, and I have this one done. Now I built this one up on clay so I could actually get an undercut there. I really only want to get this surface piece, but if I get the undercut, then I get that nose detail. So I am expecting that my first mix of rubber is going to only cover about half of this because of what I bought, but we're going to see. So this shouldn't take much, if anything. So this is, I'm prepping this anyway, so that if I have overpour from this, I have a place to put it. So this is where I'm going now. We're going to get that done, and then the next step. Be back in a while. Well, moment of truth, or at least a moment of learning anyway. Let's start with this one. It's hardened up, so I'm going to try. There we go. There's my cap. Just a little bit of hot glue, but it's not really sticking, so okay, cleanup there will be fine. And I tested it here on the bottom just to see, and it looked like it was going to be fine, so it did. So this one here, I should just, all I really should need to do here is just rip that out. So using paper isn't ideal, right? Because the mold rubber likes to kind of stick to it. So casting this one's going to be tough because you can see it's a little bit curved, and this is a little flimsy. So getting it to pour right is going to require making sure it's sitting right. So that should be that. This one should be straightforward in theory. You know what? I'm going to make it easier on myself. We're just going to do that. This is a little more difficult to do, reaching around the camera. But, you know, as you can see how this is kind of wanting to stick. It'll do that with paper. Don't much care, really. Because what matters is this part here. Let's get this off. It's the glue and paper and all that crap. Let's see if I can. There we go. That's what I want. Now that is where I glued that in there. So let's go ahead and pop that bad boy out. Now you can see there's a bit of, it got underneath it, which is, you know, that'll happen because I didn't super clean that, but that looks like it was good. So do this like I do for every other mold. Whoops. Let's kind of go around it. Now this mold is going to be a slush cast. It's not going to be solid. So you'll note, like, one of the important things about this part is that it's got that circular ring to center it, to center the part on that main desk. So there we go. And that looks good. Might have some interesting things on those. You know, I have a feeling these are going to tend to want to get air bubbles, but because of where they are, when we pour it, we can just kind of use a toothpick to shove those in. So there's that one. And now let's go after, now this guy is going to be interesting. Because this is the one that's got all that clay on the bottom. And that's going to require some cleanup, I think. But let's see. See. This ends up being. So now this surface is, well. Looky-loo. Wow, look at that. That ended up being even better than I thought. So, again, this piece is going to be another thin cast. Just enough. You know, basically put just a little bit in here, and then you just swirl it just enough to get a thin sheet of resin. And that'll make our nice cover. So that, I have a lot of cleaning up with this thing to do to get this piece off, but I'm not going to bother doing that. So you can see how I did this, right? So I built this up so that when this poured underneath, I would actually get that underside, right? So I'd actually be able to get this part. So when I actually pour it, the part, you know, all I'm really caring about is the shell. So I want the shell of the cap because that will rest here. The other thing is I want that under piece because that goes right there. But I don't want to have like a nose piece that goes on because then I have to fill all this. So what I can do is I can pour this so that I get just this cover and just that, which will be enough to, it'll be a thin, but then that'll give me all of the piece that I need so that I can just, you know, build up. I can use this as the base to build the cockpit on, and then just take the lid and go and be done. So that's where we are now. We've got the pieces poured, or the molds poured. So the next step is figure out what we're going to do. So now that we've got this, we've got the molds we can set aside. Figure out how I'm going to do the work, and now I'm ready to move on. So now it's sort of plan the lighting out, so I can then, you know, do that. I can actually start scratch building that too, the cockpit. So I've got a lot of things I can do now. One of the things I was putting off is done, so we can do that. So for now, yeah, I'll be back in a bit with the next phase.